best friend so eloquently put it. What is my life right now? So, I've had a crazy day. For starters, I'm in Malaysia right now. So I was making sure this wasn't melted because I don't want it to melt. Take the ice cream. I don't have a fridge to put it in. Not the point. What is my life right now? I'm in Malaysia. So, backtrack it. There was some weird visa stuff that happened, which means I had to skedaddle out of the country and get back in the country before classes start on Monday. It's Saturday. I learned this like last Monday. I was like, okay, great. So, I found somewhere with a free visa for US citizens. They had like the cheapest no-stop flights for this weekend. Did not want it to be this weekend. Flights were cheaper Saturday, Sunday than the Friday, Saturday situation. And I was busy like every day this week. Yeah, so I'm in Malaysia. I'm gonna be here for a little less than 24 hours. I've had such a crazy day. But it's been a good day. So let me walk through you. Let me go through the vlog with you. I think I will insert pictures and videos as I talk about them. So I'll figure that out when the time comes. My hair is crazy. I definitely overpacked because I had no idea what was happening. So basically I was trying to figure out if I wasn't sure when I booked these flights if this place had a hotel or not. It does. It's where I'm at now. 2, Malaysia's gorgeous, and I was like, how close am I to the coast? Could I maybe, anyways, that didn't work out, but that's okay. I found the most beautiful resort ever, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm like, is it worth it to spend the extra money to go stay at this resort? And then I was like, well, then I have to figure out transportation costs, and finding food's gonna be hard, and blah 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 blah. And I was like, okay, not worth it. Figure out another time to come to Malaysia, I guess, and stay there. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous spot. But I packed like too much because then I was like, well, I can get to the beach tomorrow. If I really wanted to, I could. Now that I'm here in this airport and I'm so exhausted and I really gotta save up my energy because classes start bright and early on Monday, I'm not gonna go to the airport. I'm not gonna go to the beach. So I like overpacked, which is fine. I'd rather be overpacked than underpacked, but yeah, I got here and I ended up deciding not to do that. So I was like, I'll just get to the airport. I knew there was a couple of hotel options in this area, so I was like, hold on. I wanted water. I've had a lot of sweet things. Okay. So what was I saying? I knew there was a lot of hotels, and I was like, I'll just get there and figure that out. So I got to the Chiang Mai airport way too early. I forget that there's like nothing to do in the international departure area. Nothing. And there was no one there, so I walked straight through security. No line. I was the only person. I was like, oh my god. 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 So then I just sat there and did nothing. I went to a store. I got a drink. It's like a lemon, it was a pink lemon soda. I wrote down in my journal, I think it had like peach, watermelon, other things. It was very pink flavors, and it was really good. I've seen them all over the place, and now I know that they're good. I do want to try their other flavors. It's like a 0 calorie something, whatever. I don't care that it's 0 calorie, but it was fun to try. Got that, drank that. Was kind of hungry, but was already going to be spending more this weekend than I wanted to be because I didn't realize I was going to have to be flying. And so I knew that the flight I got had a free meal voucher that I got to get chicken and rice. So I went with that method. And just waited long enough to get the chicken and rice on the plane. Anyways, and then the flight, yeah. Oh, and then when I was in the airport, I was sitting there, and one of those ladies comes up to me and goes, "You've been randomly selected for a survey." And I was like, trying to journal. I was like, great. I was trying to figure out, first off, as well, if I could get an international plug in Malaysia, because I realized I forgot to check if I needed one. But I found one, and I found like a universal international one. It comes in 3 parts. My phone is currently plugged up. But like it comes apart into 3 different things and like can all connect together. Like this would go here, and then like it connects to that, and that thing connects to this. It's a whole thing. Or like you can do like, okay, that feels like it doesn't work, so I'm not gonna put that in there. But you can like connect it in a whole bunch of different ways so that it's one solid piece. So now I have that because in case I need it. So I was trying to do all of that stuff, and then this lady comes up to me, she's like, "You've been selected," and I was like, "Great." So I felt this survey about my experience in Thailand, and I'm like, "Girl, I'm about to come back in 24 hours." But she was like, "Okay, and here's a gift." So I got to pick out a tiny bag. And I picked up this one. White and blue, pretty simple, pretty cute, little bag. Perfect for walking around this airport when I don't want to carry around a whole tote bag or backpack or whatever. So I got my tiny bag. It's cute. Insert picture. Yeah. Flight, super easy peasy. I couldn't pick my seats. I was in a row to myself. I knew I got selected for a middle seat, and I was like, great, a middle seat. Empty row. Pictures. Empty row. Flight, a little rough. Turbulence, not great. It wasn't very turbulent the whole time, but it was like enough. Like we were flying through clouds constantly, and every now and then I would look out the window and I'd be like, oh, it's just white. And I looked to the other side of the plane, just white. And I was like, this is terrifying. This is a little scary. I almost would put my window down, but I just read the whole time. And then I felt weird because I was reading, hold on. Life has been a little crazy for me lately. So I've been reading The Woman by Kristen Hanna for so long now. Kristen Hanna? Anyways, I felt a little weird reading this because this is about the Vietnam War. So flying in the air, wow, that sometimes happens in here, in this area of the world, it was really weird. And I also got weird because, you know, there's some minor romance and stuff happening in the book and all that, and if you don't want me to get sappy about my boyfriend, maybe tune out for a second. But basically, she has to do minor long distance with someone that she finds in the war. And some of the wording of the way the guy would speak reminded me of how Duncan speaks about long distance, or like saying bye and stuff like that. And the way that she was speaking about it was similar to how I speak about things. And that got me a little emotional on the plane, not gonna lie. I was like reading through it and I was like, dang, I'm now sad. I cried 1 tear, but I cried. I was really like, why did I do this to myself? And of course, it being freaking Vietnam, I was like, why did I freaking do this? Anyways, we're good. We're so great. Fun fact, there's a time difference here of an hour between here and Thailand. So right now, it's 10 here, 10 p.m. there, but it's, or 10 p.m. here, but it's 9 in Thailand, and then 9 a.m. Back in Arkansas. And then 8 a.m. for you in Colorado. Oh! And 10 for you on Eastern Standard Time, the group of you that are there. So that's fun. Anyways, yeah, so I read that book like the whole time, which was good. And then the turbulence was kind of rough at one point in the landing, there was only one big turbulence thing that made like several people on the plane go like, like gasp, and I was like, but it was okay. It was okay, overall. I'm a little upset because I didn't get a passport stamp coming into Malaysia. I was like, oh, I'm checking off another country off the list. I've been to another one. I'm at 11 now, I think, if you include all the airports I've been to, which I do include the 2 airports that I've been to. Thank you very much. But I like to include them. But yes, I didn't get a freaking stamp because of the digital age of just scan. All right, you're let through because you have a U.S. passport. I'm like, dang it! I wanted a stamp for my passport for Malaysia. Anyways, so I get into the airport and like it's chaos. There's so much happening here. I was literally like, the freak? There's a whole grocery store. Insert all the images and pictures and stuff I have of the grocery store. So many things. They have Milka here, which it's more expensive than I would ever pay for Milka. That's a lie. But more than I want to pay for the flavors that they have. They have so many things. I don't remember if I got a Gatorade there or if I got it from a different place. No, I got it from there. I got it from there when I got the little charger block. Because I had such a bad headache when I got there, and I'm like, I'm tired, I'm tired, I'm thirsty, I'm hungry, I'm all the things. So I got this, and then I did that, and then I found the hotel so I could set all my stuff down and like update everybody on I'm okay, and got a room and all that stuff. And then I found like a little convenience store, which is where I got my ice cream and some chips in case I get hungry. Where I also discovered they have so many types of Red Bull, and like 3 new types that I haven't seen before, and I'm probably gonna get one tomorrow. But I took a vote with my family on which one I should have, and then I found a place to eat. Insert those things here. I'm becoming such a fan of milk tea. I'm glad I found a tea type that I like. But yeah, milk tea, so delicious. And then I found this little souvenir shop that has 1,000,001 anime souvenirs that I want to get Duncan all of them, obviously, but I have to be responsible with my money, so whatever. I might actually let him have a say in what he gets this time, because the freak, I will show, here's pictures, they're crazy. Yes. And there's an H&M, there's a Uniqlo, there's a Toys R Us Express. There's so much happening. There's one of those rooms with all like the claw machine things and stuff. There's literally so much happening, all over this place. But, it's like cafes and stuff, and this is just on the outside of security and stuff. I have no idea what's on the inside. Maybe it's not that interesting on the inside, but I didn't have to check out. My flight's at 1:30, and I don't have to check out of here until hold on, until 12. So I'm doing great. Yeah. Also means I can sleep in so long tomorrow if I want. But yeah, I'm doing great. And I want to eat this ice cream with you guys. So we're gonna do that, and then I'm gonna catch up with my people in the States. Is it my boyfriend? because it's like kind of coughing for almost time. I want to open this so I can call my boyfriend if he comes back. Hey, baby. Since I know you're going to be watching this. I got the dark chocolate one. I don't know, I just really wanted a chocolate ice cream something. As in it's, I think, vanilla on the inside. I'm turning on this light again, hold on. I think it might be chocolate. It's not vanilla. It's really good. The outside part is divine. Anyways, catch you on the flip side. Love you. Hello, welcome back to our more usual program. I've almost finished my book, finally. It felt a little weird to read a book about the Vietnam War while flying around Southeast Asia, but you know, we handle life. It's a very sad book, and it's only making my mood a little sad, but that's fine. I have made it back safely, have the correct visa, everything is all good. The interview thing that I had to do was like super easy. I mean, like I had to be pulled to the side and fill out a form and stuff, but that was easy peasy. And they're like, oh, thanks for the cooperation, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, guys, you're helping me out. You're helping me out, so don't even worry. Cooperate all the way. And then, yeah, all of that was easy. Flight was crazy. We didn't board until after we were originally supposed to land. We were supposed to land at 3:10. Oh, this is even crazy. We were supposed to land at 3:10 here. And we didn't board till 3:10 or 3:30 there. Which was actually... Okay, no, maybe it wasn't as late. I don't know. Time zones are weird. I think maybe we actually weren't as delayed as long as I thought we were, but we were delayed a decent amount of time. Anyways, and so, it was annoying. They got us all up to board at one point, and then, we're like, sorry, we have to change the tire. Sit down again. The tire! Anyways, that was crazy. That airport was massive. There was a really interesting thing. So once you had to go through, like, immigration and a bag check. And there was a couple more shops, and then you kept going, and I was in the L gates. And this is one of those places where the major security is at the gate. So you couldn't get to the L gates. Like, once you were in the L gates, you were in that area. You could not leave that area because you had to go through security to get to the L gates. So mini security to get to the international area, and immigration, mini security, which you just literally put your bag through, and then a place with some very minor shops, and then you could split off and go to your gates from there, and then went to more secure, like actual security, all easy peasy, especially because I didn't have my laptop with me, and then you go through all of that, and then you're through security. 1 second. But I discovered something awesome once I was through security. So I wasn't able to get a Red Bull on the other side of security, like before security, because I didn't want one that early. And so then I was like, oh, maybe there has to be someone somewhere on the other side of security. Like, I'll just go and do that. Well, lo and behold, I could find one. But I'm like, let me look at their drink selection. I go down the line, drink selection, drink selection, drink selection. And what before my wondering eyes does appear? First off, this green color, wicked cool bottle. Blue Shock, raspberry citrus flavor. I imagine something similar to Voltage. Blue Shock, Voltage, raspberry, whatever. The most surprising of all. Okay, I'll be back. That could just take. Hi vlog. Hi chat. Yes, you are second place to my boyfriend. Anyways. Oh, I was telling you about Pitch Black. So Pitch Black, I didn't know existed in the United States. Or not. I didn't know existed in Malaysia. I didn't know existed at all. I've only ever seen people constantly post like bring back Pitch Black. I don't even like grape, but I will be drinking Pitch Black, so I'm very excited to get to try it. Yeah. Anyway, so that was really exciting. The airport thing was a whole experience. So then you got to the gate, and I thought I was at where the gate was, where you just board and you go on. But then they're like, oh, the gate is now open. And I was like, okay, so we're boarding? No, gate is open. So then we go, and the gate, you go down to the gate, you go through a thing, and you go down to the gate, and it's just seats. In like a closed-in glass room, seats. And that's all there is. You can't get back out. You've already scanned your ticket. We were in that room for so long because that's when we went to go board, and then they were like, we're replacing your tire on your plane. Sit back down. And we were like, no flip. And so then we sat our booties back down, and then we finally got to board. It was crazy. I ended up sitting, well, I was supposed to sit in a middle seat, and then it was like a mom and daughter, I believe, who were supposed to be sitting on either side of me. And when they came over, they were like, hey, could I have the middle seat and you sit in the aisle seat? And I was like, can you? Yeah, obviously. That's so lovely. So then I didn't have to worry about sitting in the middle seat between two people. So that was great. Yeah, I came through immigration. I had to go sit. I went through the thing, and they looked at it, and they were like, oh. And then I had to go over to a whole separate table and, like, fill out a form and, like, do stuff. It was all really easy and peasy and lemon squeezy, and they were like, thanks, you know, and I was like, yeah. I know I've already said that. It's been, like, an hour since I last did the video. Anyways. It's been good. It's been great. I have class at 8:30 a.m. So yeah, love you.